How's it going, y'all? DGM Demigod Moki here, and today we are reviewing a Fifine AM8 dynamic microphone. So yes, the people over at Fifine sent this over for us to review. For most of you that have been following the channel know that I love high quality audio. My setup utilizes a Shure SM7B, which is about a $500 mic at the time of recording, and my productivity setup behind me actually runs the Shure MV7, which is similar to the microphone that we're going to be reviewing today with a few key differences. The AM8 Fifine from Fifine is a dynamic microphone that runs both XLR and USB-C to be specific. And on the box, it does say that it's compatible with Windows, Mac, PS4, and PS5. But in my experience, USB-C type devices like this can connect to just about anything, including, popular cell phones, which honestly, everything in this modern age uses some form or can connect and adapt to some form of USB-C. We'll open this up here. So we have the user's guide. We'll set that aside for now. We have a very strong bass, and it looks like we got the white version here. So this is going to be really cool compared to the black that you usually see from me. And there it is, the microphone. Here's the wire, which has, this is cool. It has a USB adapter, and there's the USB-C to USB-C with a USB adapter depending on what your power source is going to be. Now, this could either be a power source if you're going to use the XLR, or it could be the full connection point if you're going to use a console, a laptop, or any form of other device that will take in the USB-C. So let's set that aside for now. And the microphone, as I mentioned, why I think it'll pretty much work for anything, it doesn't call out Xbox, but I imagine that it will, is because it uses this analog design. And analog being, it has these dials and buttons that we'll talk about in a second, but it has these dials that allow you to adjust the gain manually. So it will adjust the actual audio input and output into your stream, into your conversations, your meetings, right here on the device itself. So you don't need to download any additional software for this to work. Things I love about this is, one, it allows you to have a more kind of choose your own adventure perspective. It's less kind of plug and play in the traditional sense of, like I said, the SM7 MV7 that I have, you can just plug that right in, and there is additional software that can help you tweak it. But for the most part, it has an onboard software that allows it to really adjust to the overall space to get you a really high quality sound without having to tweak it. But for something like this you can tweak it on your own. And for anyone wondering, like, well, what if I'm on the go and I don't want to necessarily have to adjust the dials every time I pull it out of my backpack? One little thing that I've done is just add a little mark. Once you dial in at home, I add a little mark to where I set the gain. And that way it's really easy in case it does shift in transportation for me to just shift right back to it. So that's one thing that I really like. It also has two buttons on the back. If you can see this here, on the back, it has a mute button that will light up, and we'll plug this in a bit and you'll be able to see it. And then you also have the RGB button just above the dials on the front, and that will change this RGB lighting across the bottom of the microphone. It already comes put together, as you can see, set up right here with the stand, so you can plug this right into the stand and have it stand alone. I'm likely going to have it on my boom arm, which is just my preference, but we're gonna try plugging this into the XLR as well as plugging this into the USB-C, and we're going to see if we can see any differences in the sound compared to what you hear now out of the Shure SM7B. So now that we have the microphone itself plugged in, you're hearing the sound directly from the AM8, and you'll see the RGB lighting that kind of shifts as you press the button here. You can, again, on board, just kind of shift. That's something really cool. One thing that I did note about that is that you do have to plug in the actual power adapter if you want the RGB to work. Otherwise, you can plug the microphone itself directly into your audio interface and it will pick up the audio, and you'll be able to kind of shift slightly. But what I have noticed is that these dials tend to not work if it's plugged into the XLR. And I'll show you the difference by plugging it directly into the PC, and we'll show you how, just kind of how these dials work as you're shifting through. So now you'll see that the microphone itself, and I'm just holding it because I didn't want to set it up here, but the microphone itself is going to shift and I'm just going to continue to talk and shift the dial so you can see the changes in the audio here. Hear me, and I'm slowly turning it up so then my voice starts to come back into the audio frame. And you'll notice again, XLR is not connected, just the actual power source and information source directly into my PC, and that also powers the RGB lighting, which will shift here. As I press this button, you'll see it's shifting around to different color schemes, and that's fun. But also you'll notice that the back is now lit up with the microphone. So now you see its screen, and then I can hit it to mute. When it's red, it won't, you can't hear anything, and it's right on device. Like I said, it's one of those really cool features on a microphone like this that allows it to be that kind of go everywhere. It's super light, especially comparatively to something like the Shure SM7B or something even like the MV7 that I have behind me. So this is one of those microphones. It really reminds me of my first microphone, which was the AKG Lyra. And I wanted to just include this kind of reference because I did mention the AKG Lyra, which is the one that you see here in the center. The one over to the side is what I was mentioning before, is the Shure MV7, which has a similar setup where you have the XLR, you have the micro USB, which is more of a legacy technology, and then you have the audio port for your headphones. This is the one that I mentioned that has more of a software backing. There are some buttons on here for like muting and adjusting the overall like audio on device, but for the most part, this is going to be one of those kind of plug and plays, and you're trusting that the software is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, versus being able to manually adjust on something like the AKG Lyra or the AM8 Fifine, right? The AM8 Fifine being that device that we just reviewed, but you'll see that the dials are very similar. On the AKG Lyra, it also has a USB-C as well as the audio port. On the front, you have the actual pattern for the microphone gain and which microphone you want to use. And then on the back, you'll have a button as well here, as well as for shifting the sound in your headphones. So this is one of those devices that looks really good on a podcast. And then the AM8 Fifine is one of those that is a little bit more updated. It does have the double XLR and USB-C connection here, and the audio port that we reviewed, the gain dials on device, the RGB buttons, the mute button, and it is also something that's going to run you $60. And you might be able to even get it for less. I'll have the links in my bio for my affiliate links in the bio for anyone that wants to purchase this and support the channel. But you also will look at $60 for this versus about maybe the lowest you can get this, and this is the legacy one. There is an updated one for the AKG Lyra, but this is anywhere between $90 and $150. And then for the Shure MV7, you're looking at about $250, right? And when it comes to the overall experience, it just comes down to how software savvy you are, how much you want to kind of fiddle with the settings versus having something that is done for you, and how limited you are in your use case. Are you using it for just a PC that's going to sit on your desk or a console? Are you more on the go and you want a microphone that still shows up cool on camera, is lightweight, and will like be able to be adaptable to whatever device, whether it's your phone or a travel laptop. These are really great options for you. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. The device for the AM8 Fifine also comes in white, pink, and black. So those are the different options that you also can get from this. But again, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have used this in the past, I'd love to hear your experience. If you haven't, is this something that you would go with? For me, I think if I was starting over, it's definitely one of those very, very competitive devices that I would love, love, love to have in my arsenal when it comes to having a budget device that also gives you high quality sound that you can control, and you don't necessarily need a ton of additional equipment to make the most out of this device. But those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. See you on the next one.